Hey everyone, I am doing a shell challenge today. I haven't played The Sims in a while, so I thought I wanted to do a shell challenge. You can find the shell hashtag mango shell, or under my username. I'll just link it all down below. And we started the build already. I pretty much sped a lot of this up because even when I didn't speed it up too much, it was like almost an hour long video because this build took me like 3 hours to do. And that's kind of not a lot. Sometimes builds can take me like a whole day almost. Depending, like sometimes I'm just like, I'll build the house, I won't like it, and I'll have to rebuild the house again. Or I'll like literally destroy, I'll bulldoze the lot and then bulldoze it again until I get the idea that I wanted. And a big problem I always end up having is roofs, which is what I'm kind of struggling with here. I hate roofs. I think it's so hard for me to do sometimes, and to figure out. The problem I was having here is I felt like I was having too many of like that triangle roof, but I didn't know what else to put there without making it look a little ugly. Like I thought it was gonna look just kind of awkward. You know, those little out parts of the house, it needed like a triangle roof. So I was like, I'm gonna leave those, but because I didn't want to add an extra one down there, I added a little porch, and ended up changing this side part here because it just wasn't really what I was going for with the whole like pole holding up the roof. I ended up just kind of like, I think adding another triangle roof. Yeah. So I ended that other triangle roof right next to it, but then I ended that like slanted one just so I can get it like somewhat normalized, like not crazy, not crazy too many stupid triangles. And the door. I was gonna end up only using base game, but I end up using a lot of seasons, and I think seasons is the best expansion pack. If you're gonna buy any pack, get seasons. Seasons just completes the game, and you need it. It gives you so much like different type of items, especially build items. I could honestly care less about clothing. I don't like clothing. Clothing is not usually something I kind of go for when I'm looking for a pack. When I'm looking for a pack, I'm like, I need build items. And still, I think we lack a lot in build items. Like, I can't believe we used to build when the game first came out. The game came with nothing, if we're being honest here. It came with nothing. But now, I'm kind of getting into doing a little bit more different builds because I'm trying to buy different packs. But I use a lot of seasons here, so hopefully you guys have seasons. Here I'm just kind of like, I wanted a French porch, and I ended up having one, but this porch kind of took me a little bit to decide because I couldn't close it off, because I thought it would be weird with how the windows sit there and it kind of comes out. So I kind of did like this green area, like with these greeneries and stuff like that, but I had to move around a lot of the flowers and the bottom porch part because it kept cutting it out, and the fence would just do this weird thing where it would just completely make it a full part of the porch, which is not what I wanted. I just wanted a green part, and it was like, no, it's a part of the porch. So I was like, great, I have to like figure out what I'm gonna do. So I ended up just kind of putting like a halfway fence and basically having stairs down there, so you can go down there. I think your Sims can actually go down there. I put one of the tree stumps, so maybe they can sit. I didn't really play test this house. I probably should have done that, but that's something like whether your Sims could sit there or not, doesn't really matter. I don't see you kind of like sitting your Sims there, so it's not a big deal. In this shell challenge, they left like these walls in where like the little corners are. I don't think they were on purpose, but they were there, so I can't really remove them. So all I did was I did like the little archways, and it's kind of like a cheat a little bit because you kind of cheat it. The wall is not there anymore technically, but you do have to deal with the little poles. Here I was gonna do it again, but then I kind of realized, I was like, no, I want the kitchen over here. So I destroy it, and I'm like, put the kitchen over here. I am using Parenthood. I think that's Parenthood. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm using that pack. I like their kitchen counters. I hate kitchen counters in this game. Like, if you look at them, they're almost all terrible. But I really like these kitchen counters. I think these are really, really nice. And as you can see, I'm going for a whole blue theme here. It's like a very toned down blue. It's a blue that you could put anywhere, but the windows have it. The kitchen has this blue. And it's kind of what I went for because it's kind of nice. It's kind of different. I kind of struggle putting colors into my builds. And this one here, I didn't really have that much of a problem because I do like how these counters look. And I think this is just so fitting for the house. So that's kind of what I went for. Everything else is kind of, I kept it light and gray. Just so there wasn't too much colors in this house. Because, some of these windows have like that blue, as you can see. And it does peek through. And it was just kind of getting annoying. So I was like, I'm not going to put another color here. And then it'd be like blue and yellow and a bunch of things. I'm like, no. Let's just make it that this family, whoever lives here, likes the color blue. And that's why it's everywhere. But yeah, I think it didn't become too big of a problem though throughout the house. It just seemed, just kind of put it there. Here I'm moving around some shelves because I honestly, without move objects, I would hate this game. Because move objects, if you guys don't know, it's like a cheat where you can put the objects or anything you want anywhere. And I need that. I don't know why that's just not in the game already, just like naturally, but like whatever, it's an easy cheat to put in. It's like bb dot move objects on, and I basically can alt things anywhere I want them to be. I shrink the microwave here, but I think I end up changing it because I don't know if your Sims actually will still be able to use it there, if I can shrink it or not. It just fits so perfectly. I don't know why they would have that little space right there where you could put a microwave. Realistically, I feel like a microwave would go there, but the microwave in this game is like huge for some reason. This doesn't even feel like your Sims needs that big of a microwave. It takes up so much counter space. It takes literally the whole counter space. Like, you can't put anything else on that counter. Here I am upstairs, and I thought I wanted to do something like this, but then that hallway looked so weird. Like, look how tight that hallway was. So I completely changed it. I keep all the rooms to the right, and the main master bedroom towards the back end of the house. It doesn't have its own bathroom or anything like that, but it is the biggest bedroom, kind of. So that's just kind of the one I used. I end up really liking, though, how the master bedroom looks. I actually really like this house. It's so simple. And, if there's something you guys don't like, you can't change it. But I really do like how the house came out. Really, really simple. I like these, like, dressers. Like a his and hers dressers. Almost like your sinks. But this is like a his and hers. Because it was like a nook. Because it was one of those closed walls, which I had to do something with. And so I just kind of put one of the doors on there where it's just like an open door, and I put the shelving in there, and I thought it came out perfect. I kind of gave this room like a peachy vibe with the really light colored wood. I really did enjoy it. I really like this house. I thought this house was actually really, really nice. But yeah, this house did take me 3 hours. I don't know why. I think it was the outside that took me a while. And then trying to figure out where I wanted everything to go. And the colors I wanted to use. Because I always struggles with colors here. I don't like something too colorful. And then I don't want something too bland where I'm always using white or gray or black. Which I tend to do. Because for me, it like bothers me when the woods don't match. Like the colors are slightly off. So when that happens, you just go to black. And you're like, you know what, but black works. Because the blacks are all the same for the most part. And then I put in a little bathroom here. I end up putting a baby, like, little potty thing in here. But I don't know if your Sims can walk past it. So I'll figure that out. You probably can walk past that. I pushed as much to the wall as I possibly can. Just so that I could you know, get it there. Um, but yeah, no, I really like this bathroom. This bathroom kind of has like this older, not too old, but kind of like that bathtub is so old looking, and I do like it. But I wish we would have different bathtubs that were like newer, but had like curtains. Cause the ones that came with Parenthood, I hate the curtains. The curtains, there's just like no plain curtain. They came with like a bunch of designs, and I hate it. I'm like, why so many designs? It just doesn't make any sense. And it's not even nice, simple designs. You have to have like the craziest thing ever on that wall. Here I skipped through the kids' bedroom because I ended up not really liking it. I'll show you guys a little bit more when I show the end photos, but it was just a dark blue room. I hate kids' bedrooms. There's the most boring bedrooms to do in my opinion. Just not interesting, and it's just not really like it's like stuff you can put into it, but like all of them, especially when you're just using base game, just start to look the same. They're always the same. They never really change. Here in the little nook though, I did put a little computer. So, you know, I have a lot of things in here. You know, your Sims aren't gonna get bored in here. There's a lot of entertainment stuff. So, kind of really like them. I love those fairy lights. I love those fairy lights. I think they're so cute. They're so cute. I put them in a lot of places, especially in different parts of my builds. It adds a little bit of light to it, and I kind of enjoy the little light that it adds. Here, I go back downstairs because if anything, if you ever know however I build, this is going to be my first build on my channel. But I am going to do more builds. Like, I am planning on doing a fall build, because I did, for some reason, I shot this one when I was doing the pictures at night, and it was giving me such fall vibes because the girl was the girl I chose so I can film and take pictures. I chose her during the fall time, and it was just great, and it looked so nice and cozy, and that's exactly what I wanted for this. And I thought it was really nice, so there's that. And here I'm doing that's another thing, I use a lot of tiny living in here. If you don't like tiny living, or if you don't have it, get it. Tiny living has Kate. I love the tiny living couches. I love the tiny living couches. I love the bed that pulls out. I love those little armchairs. I love the tables. Everything. Everything in the build is perfect. I love the tiny living. Tiny living is the best. It's probably going to be in every single one of my builds. So if you don't have tiny living, you probably would have to change a few things in my build. If you ever do download this. But these other things, I like this living room too. I think it's super simple. It didn't come out too crazy. Again, I'm not like huge on like super colorful living rooms or whatever, just like a super colorful home. I kind of really like them I like to keep the colors pretty neutral. I love this bathroom. I do another full bathroom in here. It has a bathtub, it has a shower, toilet, everything. I like how I lay it out. Pretty like simple, but I like these colors. I love that bathtub. And I don't know, I really like it. It's so simple, but I really like it. I thought I wanted to add a flower there, but I was like, I already have these like cactus shit on the sides. Let me not add anything else. Again, tiny living. That little thing where the towel's holding is from tiny living. I love that. It's so perfect. So perfect. Here I skipped through. This is like a children's room. I also have one for an infant. I have an infant bed in there just in case. That's why I put the toddler's food down here. It's kind of a family home. Again, you can change it. You could take that out, put an office in there. I did not put an office in this house. I kind of just have the desk upstairs with the computer. Here I have like the little library, little nook place, because I put the couch in there. Again, tiny living couch. I fucking love the tiny living couches, and tiny living stuff. I have the library there. It's kind of like the entry. It's kind of like almost an entryway. Like there's umbrellas there, fairy lights again, and just everything. I really like this house. I think this house came out pretty good. Here's me fixing again up the kitchen, because I feel like an empty kitchen is just don't really work for me. Like, just so much counter space, you could put stuff on it. There's enough counters here where your Sims can still cook on. and I'm pretty sure I gave it enough room so they're gonna still be able to cook on there. Um, so I kind of left it like that. I wanted to fill it up. Here is me doing the entry room. And here I kind of put a couple of other stuff on there. You know, just kind of simple stuff like a chair. You know, your Sims never really stay here. It's just more for decoration. And I really like it. So it's kind of what I did here. I hate that. So Sims 3, we used to have color wheels. We used to also be able to take a color from one, furniture item and be able to literally take it and put it in another furniture item and they'll be the same color. And it'd be amazing. And then they took that out. I don't know why they took that out. I think it doesn't make any sense. You could literally match anything you wanted. And make it look really good. Like you can make different couches kind of flow together even though they're not from the same pack or they're not from this, the same, whatever, like furniture piece. And it used to work perfectly. Now you can't do that. Now I have to sit there and struggle and find something that matches together. But here I decided to add a pool. It was too much backyard. I hate when there's so much backyard. I find it a little bit hard to do. And not add a pool. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, I need to fill space. Add a pool. It's not like The Sims have to manage or take care of a pool. You just add that shit and forget about it. So I just added it here. I ended up adding a kiddie pool too, just in case people want to use it, or you want to have that fun time with your kids. But I ended up changing a lot. Just that flooring. I think I keep it to this one. Yeah, I keep it to that one, and I forget about it because I don't know. I don't really like. I like the terrain tool, but sometimes it just doesn't match. It doesn't look good. I don't know. I don't really sit there. I like sitting there and taking the time of just like painting everything. It's just a lot. I love that corner couch. I don't know what pack that came with, but that's a really nice corner couch. I usually use it for outside, always. It kind of just gives me that vibe. Sometimes I use it inside, but I never have a good enough corner for it to sit on without it looking kind of awkward. I was gonna add a little pizza thing, but I was like, no, that'd be too many floaties out here. But yeah, no, this house came out pretty nice. It's not that big. It's about 3 rooms, master bedroom. You could kind of change it whatever way you like. Maybe change the bottom floor to an office if you don't like the kids' room, or maybe even upstairs. Change it into an office. But I feel like, do you really need an office? I feel like The Sims don't really need an office. Just depends on how you play, I guess. Here I'm doing the outside. I sometimes struggle with the outside decorations, but here was just kind of simple. I felt like it needed a tree on the right, and I was like, no, I'm just gonna shrink the tree. But I think we're kind of getting to the ends of this build because I ended up finishing off the front piece. I put the leaves up there, and to give you kind of like that nice greenery, especially during the summertime. The fall time, which is when you're gonna see it, it kind of does get like tan and like old and rotty, like it's rotten and stuff like that. But it looks fine. I don't mind as long as it grows out. You'll probably see it. I do put like a chair here. Oh, here I was trying to see if we had anything that hangs. We don't have anything that hangs. Anything that hangs comes from Jungle Adventures, and it's just overgrown. It's just too much for a house, especially this one. Here I'm putting lighting. I care a lot about lighting, even if it's outside. Lights everywhere. But here we are coming to the ending of this build, and I honestly really did like this build. It's really nice. The shell challenge, it's really good. So again, you could search it up by hashtag mango shell, because it's the mango shell challenge. I have it up on the top left corner. If you want to do it yourself, you might as well give it a try. And here's how the house looks. I love it at night. I just like the houses at night, especially the ones I build. You just have this kind of front piece here. The way the interior looks, it's so nice. It's so neutral, and it's such a family kind of calm home. I really love it. This is the kitchen. Super nice, super nice. And I like how it looks. Definitely my next video, I'm already editing it. I am doing a Halloween build, and I'm already excited for Halloween. I'm very excited for October. I'm very excited for all the holidays that are coming up. And this house kind of gave me that, like, Halloween, fall time vibe. And so I decided to kind of be inspired by that and take another shell challenge and build a very witchy house. It uses the next pack and the next video I do, the house that I do, has a lot of the Magic Realm pack. I'm probably gonna, maybe every now and then I'll do a base game one. Just kind of depends on how I feel. And maybe I'll do a one where I don't actually speed it up, a speed up build. Maybe I'll do it, on a live stream or anything. Just let me know if you guys ever want to see that, because I'll try doing it. It's just that the live stream is gonna be super long. These houses take like 3 hours, and when they're huge, like the one I did, it actually took me about 2 days to do because I kept coming back and forth on it because I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. But that would definitely be the next video. I was supposed to have face cam, but my camera didn't want to work for some reason, so I'll probably do it next time, just to kind of spice up the video a little bit. Maybe use my face every now and then. I mean, it might work. But look at this house. I love the way this house looks at night. Like, that is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Very, like, modern, but, kind of traditional home, especially here in the States. But this is the house. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time.